And PAOK host the German side, Telekom Baskets Bonn, in the PAOK Arena. In Group B, two teams who lost their opening fixtures will be looking to bounce back with victory here. PAOK are pretty strong at home after suffering defeat against Venezia on the road in week 1. They'll be wanting to make a winning start on their own turf. Telekom Baskets Bonn had a tricky trip to Iberostar Tenerife on game day 1 and ended up losing. They are away once again, a second game on the road consecutively for the Germans. Fribourg against Opava, Venezia against Holon being played tomorrow, along with Nanterre against Tenerife. So this is the only game from Group B to be played today on the Tuesday. All the games in the Basketball Champions League being played on Tuesdays and Wednesdays once again. Two teams here who know just what this competition is all about. Both getting off to losing starts, as I mentioned, along with Nanterre and Fribourg as well. Vinet Holon, Tenerife, Venezia and Opava getting the wins on game day 1, so they occupy the top 4 spots as it stands, but that means very little at this very early stage. Difficult start for Bonn, with back-to-back away days for them. Beaten by Tenerife on game day 1, 87-68. And was 16 points down at the end of the first quarter, never really recovered from that. And here is the roster. Predrag Krinic's team here. Rashad James is certainly a player to keep an eye on over the course of this game. And of those who performed particularly well in that first game against Tenerife, Bojan Subotic also impressed with 18 points. Charles Jackson also making a decent impression there as well. James with 9 points in total and 1 rebound, 4 assists. He will be a player that will look to make an impact on this Telekom Basket side, and this is the PAOK roster. Yannick Moreira, number 2, the Angolan international. Very impressive on game day 1 against Venezia, which PAOK lost by 10 points. 69-59 in Italy. But Yannick Moreira did impress, 14 points for him, 11 rebounds, a double-double. Throw in an assist there as well for him. He was the only player in the PAOK roster to reach double digits, although Garrett and Hatcher both making 9 on the scoreboard. Hatcher, a new arrival, someone who is certainly going to be an important player for PAOK in this competition. Played in 13 games with Dinamo Sassari in the Basketball Champions League last season. Playing an average of just under 24 minutes per game, so he is certainly one to boost the profile of this PAOK lineup. PAOK, who have done reasonably well in previous editions of the Basketball Champions League, made it through the group stage on both occasions and through to the last 16 as well on both occasions. Obviously in the first year they had to go through the playoff qualifiers to reach the last 16, where they were beaten by the eventual champions Tenerife, and last year they were beaten by Pinar Karšiaka in the last 16 as well, after recording an 8-win and 8-loss record in the competition overall, including the group phase, of course, and the knockout phase. The home team just being introduced here onto the court. PAOK are playing in their 400th European fixture this evening. That will be commemorated before the start of the game. A team that are certainly set to impress. We'll be hopeful of progressing in this competition, getting beyond the group phase once again. Had a really strong end to the group stage last season. They won their 5 of their last 6 games. finished third in the group, just behind Tenerife and Rosen Ludwigsburg. Kasiaka just proved to be a little bit too much for them in the end, but solid showing nonetheless from the Greek outfit. They'll be looking to achieve their best ever finish in the Basketball Champions League this time around in the third edition, ever present. PAOK, as Telekom Baskets Bonn are playing in the competition for the second time rather in the regular season. They finished 7th in their group last season, failed to make it into the knockout phase. They've won just 5 of their 14 games. So they'll be looking for improvement as well, but there's some tough teams in this group, as they've already discovered. Starting with back-to-back fixtures on the road will not make their task any easier. Yes, Papatheodorou, the head coach for the home team. And here is your refereeing lineup for this game, led by Saverio Lanzarini of Italy. Two teams just completing their warm-up before we get underway here in the second week of the Basketball Champions League. The teams looking for their first win of the season in this competition. And here is the Telekom Baskets Bonn starting 5. Jackson, Bartolo, Joshua Mayo, James Webb and Rashad James making up that starting 5. In terms of last week's performers, Subotic was a key man. And Predrag Krunic will be hoping he can call on him once again. Subotic played around 23 minutes last week, 18 points and 3 rebounds. 5 from 8 from the field, a couple of 3-pointers in there as well. And they were outclassed by Iberostar Tenerife. PAOK start with Yannick Moreira, who made a double-double last week. Stavros Skizas as well. Connie Harris, Malik Pope and Will Hatcher making up their starting 5. Hatcher could be ever so key for them, the arrival from Dinamo Sassari. And Ilias Papatheodorou will be keen to maintain what has been a good recent record. In this competition at home. They've won their last 4 home games in the Basketball Champions League, but have never managed to win 5 in a row in this competition. And this is the presentation that I mentioned from just before the start of this game. It is to commemorate the 400th game in Europe for PAOK. Commemorative jerseys being handed out, including one to the captain of the current side as well. The number 400 on it. Vangelis Margaritis, the man coming across to accept the jersey. Today's game being attended by Georgios Ekonomou, one of the iconic centres of Greek basketball, who played in PAOK's first ever European game against CAA Bucharest back in 1959. So a big night for PAOK. And their achievements in Europe being recognised here. Ahead of the start of this second game in Group B. in the third edition of the Basketball Champions League. Telekom Baskets Bonn finishing 7th in the group last season, failing to make it into the next phase. And hoping to achieve a little more this time around, 5 wins from their 14 games. As well, Hatcher, Sassari last season. Hoping to make a big impression for his new team in the new season. This European competition. And we will have a moment's silence as well here before the start of the game after the passing of Patrick Baumann on Saturday, the Secretary General of FIBA since 2002. Former player, referee and coach, and a really important figure in the world of basketball. A moment of silence there for Patrick Baumann, the FIBA Secretary General who passed away on Saturday at the age of just 51. So game day 2 action in Greece then. Here in Thessaloniki we are underway in Group B of the Basketball Champions League. PAOK hosting Telekom Baskets Bonn of Germany. Straight away it is the home side in possession with Hatcher. Looking for a fast start here, the hosts with that excellent recent record, and straight away looking to get the first points on the board. Hatcher couldn't quite get it to go. And Bonn looking to respond here. 3-point attempt early on is good. And that is the start that the visiting side would have wanted. 3 points on the board straight away for Josh Mayo. Here's Hatcher. Koniaris gets it to Moreira, and Yannick Moreira picks up where he left off last week. 2 in the bag for the Angolan. Mayo again. Corner here is Bartolo, who puts up the shot and misses. It's an easy claim for Yannick Moreira. Koniaris. And the steal there and the opportunity for Bonn to break, and that is some response to that early 3-pointer. Rashad James getting his first points of the night and opening up a 3-point lead. There's the foul on Skizas by James. A trip to the foul line for Stavros Skizas. 3 free throws for him. Chance to tie the game. So 3 from 3, Stavros Skizas making no mistake there. the game at 5 apiece. Bonn looking to reclaim the lead here with James. A nice bounce pass, and the foul is drawn there by Charles Jackson. Just about to take off and throw this down, and there was the foul. Clear as you like from Hatcher. He throws up the other end now for the visiting side. Charles Jackson with a chance to get off the mark. And 1 from 2. Jackson. Narrow lead for the Germans in this early stage. It's a great little move there and finish from Skisas as well. A terrific layoff from Stavros Skisas, takes his personal tally to 5. Found the gap and laid it up easily off the glass. This is the steal moments earlier from Josh Mayo, and great finish from Rashad James. This is Konianis. Hatcher. Hatcher puts up the 3 and gets it. Will Hatcher off the mark. 9 points last week. Decided to take it on from outside the arc and absolutely nailed it. PAOK open up a 4-point lead. 3 minutes into the first quarter here as Bonn come looking to respond. And it's a really neat finish from Rashad James. Draws the foul in the process. 3-point play possibility here. Did well to claim this. And just drew the foul here. So he laid it up and in. So he makes it. We have a 1-point game. Koniaris here. Malik Pope drawing the foul this time. Roman Bartola. Out to Hatcher. Thought about the 3. A nice pass into Moreira. And Moreira couldn't get it to go. The tip in doesn't go either. And Bonn come away with it. Mayo, 3-point attempt is no good, and Hatcher is just about able to claim it. Did well there, found Malik Pope, and here's Hatcher once more. It's good work from Hatcher. And Pope for 3. Couldn't get it to go. Missed opportunity there from PAOK to re-establish that 4-point lead. Here's Mayo. Still Josh Mayo putting up the long 3, no good. Well claimed by Pope once more. This is Skisas for PAOK. Yannick Moreira. Twisting and turning and drawing the foul from Jackson. Already proven to be a handful, Yannick Moreira. Second foul already for Jackson. He was pretty important to Bonn in that first game. 14 points. One of their best performers, along with Bartolo and, of course, Bojan Subotic. It's good work by Moreira, 2 from 2. Point lead for PAOK, 12-9. This is Mayo. And that's the attempt from Jackson. Malik Pope claiming the rebound again. This is Corniaris. No look pass into Pope, who was looking for Moreira. Webb getting there just in time. Idea around the back of Jackson from Malik Pope. James Webb was able to intercept. Pope, oh, nice steal. And this is excellent work from Bonn, and a really nice finish as well from Bartolo. All his own work there. Expertly done by Roman Bartolo. So quick there to steal the ball and make a shot. Bit more than halfway through this first quarter. A tight encounter so far. Skis drawing the foul from Rashad James, and another chance for him to add to his tally. 6 points already. Stavros Skizas. 2 from 2. Solid start to the game from him. 7 points, 5 free throws, all successful. There's Mayo. 3-point attempt, no good. It's an easy claim for Yannick Moreira. Hatcher. Skizas. Oh, makes the layup in off the glass. What a finish from Stavros Skizas. He's already on to 9 points. He just isn't missing anything at all. 2 from 2 from the field, 5 from 5 from the free throw line. 9 points on the board inside 6 minutes. Some superb work again there from Roman Bartolo, who draws the foul. A 3-point play possibility for him. Yannick Moreira with the foul. And there's the man who top scored for Bonn last week. Bojan Subotic taking the place of Charles Jackson. That's the extra point there, Bartolo. On back to within 2. This is Corniaris. Chrysikopoulos and Hatcher now. And back into Moreira. Travelling called. Moreira protesting his innocence. There's no hesitation there from the officials in spotting that and calling it. Moreira making way here for the captain, Vangelis Margaritis, experienced player. 25 years old. He's 36 in December. Bartolo. Rashad James. There's no time on the shot clock. James puts up the three and drains it, and Bonn take the lead. They edge in front in this first quarter, courtesy of that three from James. Nothing but net from Rashad James. His first three of the night, 8 points in total for him. 1 point lead for the Germans. Christopoulos out to Hatcher. The fake, and he comes inside. Can't make the two, though. PAOK will retain possession. On the inbound ball, Hatcher. Certainly seeing a lot of the ball, but it's not quite able to make this happen. I think they're just making sure that this was a three-point effort. Rashad James, to say initially I felt he was outside the arc, but just have a toe on the line. To give us a better idea. I think he is just behind, but it's quite hard to tell. Maybe just has a little bit of contact with the line, but I think the three's been confirmed. On review. And on we go with PAOK trailing by one, but for how long here? Corniaris to Hatcher, and Hatcher goes for the three. It's a long one. It's no good. Mayo for three. That's a huge three-pointer from Joshua Mayo. And Bonn open up a 4-point lead. Mayo's second three, after opening the scoring this evening with one. Hatcher now. Throwing the foul. How about this from Joshua Mayo? Huge three. Hasn't quite happened yet for Hatcher. 1 from 4 from the field for him. He does make the second of those free throws to take his personal tally to 4. Move PAOK to within 3 points of the visiting team. Still 2 minutes 15 left in the first quarter. Foul called. So drawing it there from Skizas. Top scorer in the game, Skizas with 9 points, closely followed by Rashad James, who has 8. Three-point lead here. For Bonn. Subotic. Mayo. Fancy another long-range shot. Goes inside instead. That's clever. Nice finish from Subotic. Using the backboard. Joshua Mayo to set up his teammate. And open up a 5-point lead. Biggest lead of the game so far. Into the corner. 3-point attempt is no good from Christopoulos. Mayo. Mayo again. Trying to establish some control here, the visiting side. Mayo allowed to go, and the hook shot finish from Subotic. Same combination, same outcome. 4 points since his introduction. He's opened up a 7-point lead for his side as Chryssikopoulos goes up and finishes well in off the glass. Chryssikopoulos, his first points of the night, putting back to 5-point deficit here for PAOK, who are struggling to contain this man in particular, Joshua Mayo. This is great work. Drew the foul, still made the 2. This is Chryssikopoulos a few moments ago. Nicely done by Mayo. There's Goss. Goss has just been introduced. Oh, it's a nice pass, and Chryssikopoulos is there again. Margaritas involved, and Chryssikopoulos with another finish to double his tally for the night. Back to within 6. This is Subotic for Bonn. And Subotic makes the 3. He was on fire last week, and he started really well here. Bojan Subotic already on 7 points. Time running out here in the end of the first quarter. Bonn with an impressive 9-point advantage. There's another foul. Subotic again. Just showing what an impact he can make. Big performer for Bonn last week in what was a pretty heavy defeat, has to be said. 19 points the difference between Tenerife and Telekom Baskets Bonn, but Subotic really did make a huge impact. 18 points. Six from 7 from the free throw line for Bojan Subotic. PAOK have reduced the deficit to 7 once more. Bonn might get one more chance with James, who makes another 3. Well, well, well. What a first quarter from the visitors. 10-point lead with that 3-pointer on the buzzer from Rashad James, his 3rd of the night. And what a start for Telekom Baskets Bonn. Great first quarter, they lead by 10. 33 points to 23. Bonn just much better overall. 5 3-pointers in that first quarter. 5 from 8 attempts. Excellent long-range shooting from the Germans. PAOK have got it all to do in the second quarter. Mayo got it underway with that first 3 of the night. And the long-range shooting was just impressive all the way through from Telekom Baskets Bonn. Josh Mayo making 2 from 3 from long range. James as well. He's chipped in with 12 points so far, Rashad James, as has Mayo. Subotic has come on and made a really big impact as well. 3 from 3 from the field and 7 points, playing just 4 minutes of that first quarter. Really has gone to plan for the Germans. They failed to get out of the group last time around, remember, in the Basketball Champions League. Finished 7th in their group. This is Josh Mayo's second three-pointer. Really helped to consolidate the advantage built up by the visiting side. Four games unbeaten on the road in this competition for PAOK. They're up against it here as Subotic tried to make it 4 from 4 from the field, and nail his second three-pointer. PAOK needs something here. They've drawn the foul. Webb, who's been penalised, and an opportunity to get the first points of the second quarter. Margaritis getting off the mark with that first free throw. Points the difference at the moment between these two sides. Pass into Subotic from Mayo. Subotic floats one up, couldn't quite get it to go. Bounce pass into Margaritis, it's stolen. And the turnover should leave an easy layup for Shane Gibson, who gets his first points of the night. Frustration for the PAOK bench at the moment. They really haven't started particularly well at all, as the response does come in the form of a three-pointer, but look how quickly Bonn have moved it down the other end, and Gibson almost adding another to his tally. Papantionu is the man who got PAOK's second three of the night so far. This is Margaritis. And now Phil Goss. Goss is still going, puts up the long three, no good. Subotic claiming the rebound. Here's Mayo, draws the foul. Papantionu. This was his three-pointer just a few moments earlier. Antonio scoring with his first attempt as the first time out of the game is called. Reasonably positive start to the second quarter from PAOK, who have cut the gap to 7.
Ball is here. Chanel, you get the ball. Chanel, you get the ball. Idi Bojane. Ajde. Idi here, Bojane. Idi here. Yes. Josh. Hello. Set up screen that he can get the ball. Okay, simple. Simple. Hello. And after that, hello. After that, we play four side. Four side. Listen, hey. It's a hedge. It's a hedge, Josh. Watch out. It's a hedge that we have after pick and roll here. Be ready. Hop. that we open pass here and be ready 5 minutes in for this pass. And after that, we go this way. You understand?
You will be open.
Decent response from PAOK at the start of this second quarter. Finding themselves 10 points down at the end of the first would have been a bit of a surprise. A really positive start from the Germans. Subotic, oh, somehow got that one to go. Slightly unorthodox finish, but Subotic has started this game really well. 9 points, 3 from 4 from the field. After being introduced late in the first quarter, he certainly made a difference. Chrysakopoulos puts one up and he gets another 2. Another player who's done well. And keeps PAOK within 7. Chrysakopoulos has ended on the deck here. Have another look here. Coming together. How about this for a finish from Subotic? Not sure that was quite what he intended, but it worked out well. Subotic spins, gets away well and finishes brilliantly. Bojan Subotic really has made an impressive start here, into double digits already. And the response again is instant from PAOK. To a 7-point difference once more. 3-point attempt goes up and in, and this is really, really impressive from the visiting side. Jarell Reichel nailing that 3-pointer with his first attempt of the evening. Here is Goss for PAOK, and the 3-pointer is good. Atinayu draining that one. They are keeping pace with the Germans at the moment, PAOK. Just responding superbly every time. Margaritas making way for Yannick Moreira once again. Gibson. And that's not quite finished, but they've kept hold of it here. Reichel just about got it out to Rashad James, who did well to hold it. Time running out here, they need to get the shot away. Subotic very nearly made that huge 3. The way he's been playing, you wouldn't have been surprised to see that one drop. He was miles out, but he was close. That would have been something. Goss. Reichel with the defensive work there. Antonio. Atinayu is failed to repeat what he did a few moments earlier. That 3-point attempt foul has been called. It's Goss this time. Gibson. Subotic, never in doubt. Bojan Subotic just keeps on adding points to the tally. This rate he'll better his performance from last week. Antonio, this is Goss with a bounce pass. And Yannick Moreira finding a way out on his own. Finishing well, Yannick Moreira. It's what he can offer. Back to a 7-point game again, which it has been for much of this second quarter so far. 3-point attempt at the other end, no good this time though from Jasinski. Goss going all the way and finishing with class and precision. Phil Goss finally off the mark. And PAOK back to within 5. They have halved the deficit since the since the end of the first quarter, rather. Another timeout is called. It's a 5-point game, 39-44. Super bit of play here from Phil Goss. Easy layup to finish. Expertly built up though by Goss. Expertly finished.
Nice effort, nice job, nice job. But Kenny, you must be patient now. No se pide, better on. Patience so different. Keep everybody in front. Make them floor in front of us sometimes. Yeah, be patient, guys. Don't forget, be patient in every offense situation. If we, after the first pick and roll, if we don't create something, we continue. Second.
Much difference when it comes to points in the paint. 5 points the difference overall on the scoreboard. It was 10 points at the end of the first quarter, so PAOK are making their way back into this. Here's Rashad James. Oh, it's going in alone, couldn't finish though. And it's claimed eventually by Goss. Chrysikopoulos, nice pass to Yannick Moreira, who makes it. And Yannick Moreira's reintroduction has sparked something here for PAOK. 8 points for him, it's a 3-point game overall. And the recovery very much on here for the Greek side. Webb for 3, gets it! James Webb doubles the lead with that 3-point effort. Just settles things down again here. PAOK were building momentum, starting to look more and more threatening and gaining in confidence. This is Papantonio, and this is Phil Goss for 3. Well, there's the response from PAOK again. They are starting to hit those 3-pointers now. Struggled in the first quarter. They've helped PAOK get back to within 3. Subotic in the meantime has gone down here. Just barged into. It was Goss who went in between Subotic and Yannick Moreira. This was Phil Goss a few moments earlier with his first 3 of the night. They've been much better from distance in the second quarter so far. Big improvement. Mayo, this is Rashad James. Drawn the foul. 2 free throws coming his way. Tinayu is contesting his innocence here. He's not going to sway the referee. 2 free throws for Rashad James. This is the second one. So it's just a 4-point advantage at the moment. Antonio here for PAOK. Athinayu. And here's Yannick Moreira. Great turn and shot. And Yannick Moreira again making a big impression here. He's into double digits. 4 from 5 from the field. 3 rebounds and 10 points now. As Bonn look to respond. It's good work by Bartolo. He did well. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bonn have had their lead slashed by 8 points in the second quarter. And still just under 3 minutes remaining. PAOK have been dominating the boards. 3-point attempt from Webb. He drew the foul. So we'll get 3 free throws here. It's not gone down well with the PAOK fans. Klisikopoulos can't quite believe it. That's the decision from the referee, and an opportunity here. Technical foul called as well. Missing from the line. That's his first though, James Webb, from having missed his first attempt. Can he make it 2 from 3? He does. It's a 5-point lead. Technical foul, making a difference as well there. That is a good response once more from PAOK. Phil Goss is having a big say here as well. It's Josh Mayer who made that extra free throw, by the way. Technical foul, here's Mayo again, now Webb, and Mayo once more. Huge 3-point attempt from him, no good. And as PAOK have been doing throughout the second quarter, really, they win the rebound. They have been dominating the boards for the most part in this second quarter. Goss has it. Pope from the corner, no good. Webb, Bartolo. Rashad James turns and makes it. That is beautiful from Rashad James. He's having some night. 14 points. He restores that 5-point lead. One that I think Bonn would be reasonably happy with at the halfway stage, but there's still 1:20 left in the second quarter. Now to Pope. Pope for 3. Gets it. Malik Pope makes it count. Having missed a few attempts already in this game, he finally makes one. And makes it a 2-point deficit here for PAOK as we enter the final minute of the first half, as Subotic is there for an easy finish. Nobody picked him up. And one of the easiest layups that Subotic will ever make. Good work from Yoman Bartolo to pick him out with the assist. 15 points in the first half for Subotic. He's made a pretty good start to his Basketball Champions League season despite the defeat in the first game. Tremendous result for Bonn if they can get the victory here on the road. Antonio there with a rather careless foul. A little bit clumsy. Mayer making the first one and the second, another couple to his tally. Bonn open up a 6-point lead. Still a little bit of time to go in this first half. Coniaris. Draws the foul. .32 seconds remaining in the half. Tinayu. Pass out to Coniaris for three. He has missed it. Oh, but the tap in from Malik Pope underneath it to ensure that PAOK at least get a couple there. Run down the clock here. Bonn just try and snatch one last effort. Rashad James misses and can't get the rebound to go either. So it is a 4-point lead for Telekom Baskets Bonn at the end of the first half here in Thessaloniki. It's been an impressive performance from the German visitors, looking to their first win of the season against another side who were beaten on game day one. PAOK with a home court advantage, but with a 4-point deficit at the halfway stage. They were 10 points behind at the end of the first quarter, so they are making progress. They still have 20 minutes of basketball to turn it around. And they were the better side in that second quarter as well, dominating the boards in particular. Bonn, crucially, do have a slender lead going into the third. It could go right down to the wire, this one. It has been impressive from both teams so far. Subotic with an excellent tally of 15 points in that first quarter. Josh Mayo has 14 for Telekom Baskets Bonn. 12, I should say, for Josh Mayo. Assists have been shared out pretty evenly amongst the Telekom Baskets Bonn players. Malik Pope has certainly made an impression as well, though 5.6 rebounds for him. Perhaps most impressive, Yannick Moreira, 10 points on the board, and he's got 3 rebounds as well. He will have a big say in the second half, and the two sides re-emerge following the break here. Telekom Baskets Bonn dominating that first quarter, leading by 10 at the end of it, 33-23, but 30 points from PAOK in the second quarter. 6 more than their opponents mean that they have cut the deficit to 4 points at the halfway stage. Both teams will feel they have enough to go on and claim their first victory in the third edition of the Basketball Champions League. We'll leave you with the highlights of the first half, but join us again in a few minutes for more action. Telekom Baskets Bonn leading PAOK by 57 to 53. Well, welcome back to Thessaloniki. Game day 2 of the Basketball Champions League. PAOK hosting Telekom Baskets Bonn, and it is the visiting side who have the lead ahead of the start of the third quarter here at the PAOK Arena. Only a 4-point advantage though for the German side, who did lead by 10 at the end of the first quarter. PAOK improving in the second. We'll be hoping to keep that up in the third quarter here and build on what was a good performance in that second 10-minute period after a rather poor ending. To the first quarter. Telekom Baskets Bonn have lost the last 5 away games in the Basketball Champions League ever since losing to Ostende in overtime back in December of last year. They actually won 2 of their first 3 in the regular season on the road in last year's competition against Aris and against Avellino. They did lose to Zielona Góra, and after that they really struggled on the road. Ostende beat them in overtime. They lost to Limburg, Nanterre, Besiktas and Tenerife, of course, in last week's game. Could they secure an away win? They're first in this group, Group B. Saw both of these teams lose on game day 1, of course. PAOK beaten by 10 points in Venice. It's a 19-point victory for Iberostar Tenerife against PAOK, against Telekom Baskets Bonn rather, in their first game. Hapoel, the Israel outfit, Hapoel Unit Holon, winning their first game by 24 against the Swiss newcomers Fribourg Olympique. Nanterre losing a 7-point game against Opava of the Czech Republic. Both of these teams will be very keen to get that all-important first win of the season in the Basketball Champions League. Third edition of this competition, remember. PAOK will feel they are in the ascendancy, having cut that lead from 10 to 4 in that second quarter. And it is PAOK who get us underway in the third period here. Will they be able to snatch some big points early on? Moreira so influential in the second quarter and looking to get points on the board early in the third as well. He missed his chance, but 3-point attempt fails, and Moreira gathers the rebound. Phil Goss, oh, he's got it. Outstanding from Goss. A 3-point effort, which makes it a 1-point game. And that is just the start that PAOK could have wanted here. Here's Webb. Rashad James. Mayo for 3, gets it. Josh Mayo. 15 points on the night for him. Top scorer for Telekom Baskets Bonn. Pope draws the foul. Telekom Baskets Bonn have 2 players on 15 points and 1 player on 14. 44 of the 60 points they've scored coming from the hands of Subotic, Mayo and James. Pope makes both his free throws. Oh, it's given away by Bonn. That was careless. Kuniaris. And the shot somehow failed to drop there from Athinaou. Still a 2-point lead for the Germans. Rashad James didn't appear to have too many options there, managed to find a way. Jackson, oh, made it count. Charles Jackson just too strong for PAOK. Picked up a couple of fouls early on. Didn't perhaps feature as much in the first half as he would have liked, but he's made an impression early on. He's gone against PAOK here. Excellent work this from Charles Jackson. He's using his strength to get the better of Moreira. So Phil Goss, by the way, with the offensive foul there. Jackson, oh, behind the back pass, superb play, and thrown down by Bartolo. Emphatic score from Bonn. It was all about the assist there from Charles Jackson. Kuniaris finds Malik Pope, floats one up, just a little short, and it got away from Moreira. This from Jackson, lovely pass, and the easy throw down from Bartolo. Seven points for him now. Bonn have a 6-point lead. Will it be halved here? No, it won't. The three-point attempt is no good from Athinaou. And Bonn hurt them again. James. Bartolo gets it. Three-pointer from Yoman Bartolo. Double digits for him. And a 9-point lead for Telekom Baskets Bonn. Bartolo's first three of the night. Here's Goss. Need a response here, PAOK. And they don't get it. Josh Mayo ran into trouble, drew the foul. Kuniaris penalised. Well, the third quarter so far hasn't quite gone to plan as far as PAOK are concerned. Just reviewing here the incident involving Kuniaris and Josh Mayo. The unsportsmanlike foul is the ultimate decision. Mayo doesn't miss. Kuniaris really costing his team here. There's two free throws made by Joshua Mayo to increase his personal tally and, more importantly, increase his side's lead to 11. But how about that? from Jackson to make it a 13-point lead. The alley-oop pass thrown down with authority by Charles Jackson. And Bonn are starting to run away with it here in the third quarter. Really impressive from the Germans. This needs to go, it doesn't. And it's a good claim from Webb. What a moment that was. James providing the assist for Charles Jackson. Here it is again. A little floated pass from James and the one-handed slam from Jackson. Great play. Timeout called. The Germans lead by 13, 71-58.
First player, Phil and Willy. First player, Phil and Willy. Last player, Giannis, Moreira and Margaritis. Okay, in every pick and roll situation, we play like a man-to-man. Over, help and back. Over, help and back. Over, help and back. Okay, in every pick and roll situation. Control everybody. Control our pain. Control our pain. If the ball go inside after this pick and roll, okay, here is Moreira to stop all these guys and immediately go deep inside to control the big guy. It's okay. Our offense. We run one side, and we try to feed Vagelis. And then we play 1-1. One side, feed Vagelis and play 1-1.
Let's go, let's go!
1-2-3.
The 400th European game tonight for PAOK. They will not want it to end in a home defeat. As Jackson almost made that count. That was a smart play. Didn't quite work out, but Mayo goes back for the three-point attempt. It's no good. And the foul is called, and it's Charles Jackson again. He was substituted early in the game after picking up a couple of personal fouls. It's another one here. He feels hard done by. There is the man himself on the bench again. Frustrating night for him. He's frustrated with the call more than anything else there. Another foul called there. And Bonn have just got to try and keep their cool here. In a great position. They've started this third quarter really well, outscoring their opponents by 14-5. Point lead, 71-59. Tolo. Mayo. James didn't make it. Oh, what a follow on the throwdown from Webb. A one-handed slam from James Webb, and it's a 14-point lead. Little kick out there from Joshua Mayo. was the reason the foul was given earlier on. But how about this? Look at this one-handed jam from Webb. Standing work from him as PAOK gets some much-needed points on the board. Chryssikopoulos making the two, and there could be another two here. Pass was intended for him. And Webb making sure he got to that ball. He disappeared out of the gym there, but the referee has disqualified Webb, and I think it was for a gesture made to the crowd. Wow, what a moment. He went chasing this ball off the court. I think it's for that gesture. It's not what you like to see. Telekom Baskets Bonn just lost their cool a little bit in this third quarter. It's an unfortunate moment. James Webb, who produced such a moment of brilliance a few moments ago, been disqualified now from the game, ejected from the game. It's the nature of the gesture, I think, that ultimately made the referee's decision for him there. A moment of madness from James Webb. It's really cost his team here, but they do still lead by 10. Looking for a way through here, PAOK, and they haven't managed to find it. Mayo. Looking for Goss. And Mayo goes all the way. Plays it up and in. Re-establishes a 12-point lead. Oh, outstanding from Hatcher. He drains the three. A quick response from PAOK, and that is what they need at this stage. Will Hatcher moves on to 7 points for this second three-pointer of the night. It's 2 from 5 from the field, but those two have been three-pointers, important three-pointers. PAOK make it a one-digit deficit here. Well, 11 points, the difference. It's another successful trip to the foul line there. 14 from 17. Free throws have been excellent from both sides in this game. Here's Hatcher for PAOK, who needs some points on the board quickly, and it's Subotic there to claim the rebound. And Bonn just keep on adding points to the tally. Thirteen-point lead again, Chryssikopoulos. Still going. And makes the two. Not so quick to get things moving again. Subotic. It's another foul. Krasinski. And drawing the foul there. Just can't seem to find any rhythm, any flow at the moment, PAOK. Hatcher with the foul. Jasinski making the first free throw. Missing the second one though, so it is a 12-point lead. Increased their lead by 8 since the end of the first half. Still a long way to go. The next couple of minutes will certainly determine what kind of fourth quarter we could be in for. Nice exchange here as Margaritis makes the two. Lovely exchange of passes with Athinaou. We have a 10-point game again, just as we did at the end of the first quarter. Mayo. Going it alone, gets the pass out to Jasinski, who goes for the three and misses it. Comes to nothing in the end for Bonn. Hatcher. Hatcher once more. Much better in terms of rebounds in this third quarter from Bonn. Really overpowered as far as ball domination went in that second quarter. It was all about PAOK in that second period. As far as rebounds go, much better in quarter number 3 from the Germans, and it's reflected in the scoreboard now. 10-point lead. Rashad James looking for space to get the three-point shot away, and the pressure did get it to go, and couldn't make it count in the end. Could get the shot away, I should have said, as Hatcher draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. There's a real edge to this game. Real intensity about the competition here. It's been a little too edgy at times. It's another unsportsmanlike foul. Jarrell Rachel. The culprit this time. So 9-point game. Into the final minute of the third quarter. Three-point attempt is good, and PAOK is suddenly right back in it. Todoris Zaras with his first points of the evening. And what a big contribution at a really vital time. It's a 6-point game. This is Gibson now. Subotic. James. James puts up the 2 and gets it. Rashad James. First points he scored for a while. Crucially extending the lead to 8 points. Hatcher draws the foul. Another trip to the foul line, this time for Will Hatcher. And the free throw shooting has been excellent from both teams. PAOK have made 18 from 20. Telekom Baskets Bonn's 15 from 19 so far. Those free throws have really kept PAOK in contention. They've been having a poor night from the foul line. They could be a lot further behind. have a 6-point game again. Just a few seconds left in the third quarter here. Bonn will try and make something happen. James with the ball in hand. He is the shooter, and he didn't quite make it. He almost did. It's a decent effort from Rashad James. But Telekom Baskets Bonn will have to settle for a 6-point lead going into the final quarter here. It's been a dramatic night so far. Could we have a really dramatic finish? PAOK trail, but only by 6 now, 76-82. A much better third quarter from Telekom Baskets Bonn. PAOK are definitely the better in the second quarter, having been 10 points behind at the end of the first. They cut the deficit to 4. And they have not been able to close the gap since then, although the last couple of minutes things have done a little bit better. Things have gone a little bit better. No small part, perhaps, to Telekom Baskets Bonn just getting a little bit caught up in the emotion. The disappointing incident involving James Webb, who's been disqualified, presumably for the gesture he made to the PAOK fans. It's always disappointing to see, and he produced one of the plays of the day as well. Shortly before that, we saw some great stuff from Telekom Baskets Bonn. Great alley-oop pass and jam from Jackson on that occasion. And his fouls have cost his participation. That was a great moment from Webb. Overall, a good third quarter from the German side, but this game is not over, and we could be in for some finish. Zaras making that 3, and that just seemed to galvanise the Greek side. The question is now, who can come out on top once this final quarter is through? Gibson has it. Rochelle. Long 3 is almost there from Mayo, and they've stolen it back here. The steal, though, from Zaras. And the turnover could be costly here for Bonn. Christopoulos draws the foul. Couldn't quite get it to go, so it won't be a 3-point play, but he will go to the foul line to try and cut the gap again. Rachel with the foul here. Telekom Baskets Bonn incidentally will have to make this last quarter count without Jackson or Webb. Webb disqualified. And Jackson reaching his 5 fouls in that third quarter. He played less than 10 minutes. Showed us moments of magic in those 10 minutes, but participation cut short. Mayo, Subotic and James have been the main point scorers, all of them scoring over 15 points so far. 10 points as well for Yoman Bartolo. Here's Mayo, winding his way inside. The ball just getting away from him. Ran into trouble. Zaras was able to steal the ball away. Not much time left here to get the shot away. Mayo for 3, didn't quite make it. And he got the shot away in time, and Bonn have managed to retain possession here. And the pass inside to Gibson. Here is Gibson. Mayo. Shot clock running down again. Mayo misses again. Oh, great claim there. And Rochelle. Here's Subotic. Gibson. And Gibson makes it. They needed several attempts. That was just inside the arc, but a big 2 points for Bonn. Six points the difference once more. Nearly 2 minutes into this final quarter. Pass inside to Margaritis, and the PAOK captain missing that one. Kind of shot he would normally make, and here's the response from Gibson. No good. And Chrysikopoulos claiming the rebound. Hatcher. Zaras. Pass inside, Margaritis did well. Hatcher for three, it's no good. Gibson gets hold of it and finds Mayo. Just trying to slow things down a little here, Bonn. Frantic couple of minutes at the start of this final quarter. Gibson has it, 5 on the shot clock. Gibson with a step back shot, the 2, it's good. Lovely play from Shane Gibson. And Bonn increased their advantage back to an 8-point lead. As the first time out of the final quarter is called. PAOK have it all to do here. It's 82 to 76. 84 to 76. 8-point advantage here.
Ο Γιάννης είναι μια αλλαγή και ο Βαγγέλης. Ο Γιάννης μια αλλαγή και ο Βαγγέλης. Ο Φιλ είναι μέσα, όχι Φιλ. Χάσερ, Χάσερ. Δούλια δικαίει.
Don't break, guys.
Best offense, guys. Best offense. 45 for Malik, for Yannick. 45 for Yannick. Phil, you start over here. Saras, you start over here. Don't set the screen, but at the same time, feel your play. Okay, don't care about the screen. You receive the screen, you pass the ball to Linus. Hit the post, play 1-1. 45 is our best off. Okay, be patient. Hey, let's go, let's get back! Let's go!
So PAOK haven't been able to cut that gap yet. 6 points down at the end of the third quarter. Currently trailed by 8. Hatcher moving the ball around quickly here. The home side have come away with nothing. Jarell Rachel claiming the rebound. Patient approach now from the Germans, and that is some 3 from Julian Jasinski. It's a double-digit lead for Bonn. They've stolen it back again here, and it's another foul. Phil Goss, the guilty man. Rachel with a steal. And how about this for Jasinski from a long, long way back. An 11-point lead for Bonn. The Greek side have got work to do here. They'll be heading for a defeat at home, a rare one in this competition. Rachel slips and somehow manages to keep hold of the ball, and Gibson puts up the 3. It's no good, but it was just in time. An 11-point lead. 78-89. Hatcher, oh, loose pass. Couldn't hold it. Chrysikopoulos. Just moments here for PAOK and their coaching staff. Need something to happen to help them out in the next few minutes. Yaris sticking out a boot there. Mayo. 10 seconds left on the shot clock here, and Mayo ran into trouble. This is Yannick Moreira. Finds Goss. Recovery here from Bonn to get everybody back in position. Goss manages to breeze away from his opponents. Open three, no good. Moreira's underneath it. Second chance for Goss. No good again. And Zaras, third time lucky. No success for PAOK. They just couldn't hit those threes. And those misses could prove costly. There is time, but not as much of it as they would like. Moreira absolutely convinced that Jasinski got a little touch on that ball. Timeout call again. The German side in a good position here, 11 points clear. 89-78.
Yo, you get the ball. Yo, you can't get the ball. You get the ball. Shot. Good screen. Open. Yes, sir. 3 men get the ball. Go. We go in office. Hello. Stop. Listen to me. Ideš. Simple. Hello. Simple 3 side. You understand? After that, for a shot. Hey, yo, idi here. Go. Go. Second, no moving screen. Haydi, come on. Team on 3, 1, 2, 3, team.
PAOK are really up against it here. Time is against them. 10-point defeat to Venezia on game day 1. An 11-point deficit as things stand here with a little under 5 minutes left in the game. Mayo. To the corner, Jasinski with all the time in the world to measure the shot. He overcooked his 3-point attempt, and that meant that the shot clock ran down. That's frustrating for Bonn. Almost took a little too long to make that 3-point effort there. Jasinski, who drained a brilliant one from a long, long way out earlier in the game. It was the one that gave Bonn this double-digit lead again in the 4th quarter. Koniaris has it now. Koniaris with the pass into Chrysikopoulos, who comes inside and makes it count. Good finish from the big number 4. Here's Mayo. Back to a single-digit lead for the German side. Into the corner. We'll keep an eye on the shot clock here. 5 left. Not much time, but Subotic doesn't quite get it to go. And then Goss and Bartolo battling for it. James. Oh, nicely done, Rashad James. Just over 3.5 minutes left. And that 11-point lead has been restored. Connie Harris for three. Another miss. It could be another costly one. And a bounce pass into Subotic, who drew the foul. And Bojan Subotic got 19 points last week. It's been added again, 15. With 2 rebounds and 2 assists so far in this game, and he's drawn another foul, nearly made it a 3-point play there. It's 2 from 2 from Bojan Subotic, 17 points for him. More importantly, his side now have a 13-point lead. Moreira, he draws the foul, so he'll get a couple of free throws here. PAOK undefeated in their last 4 home games in the Basketball Champions League. Ludwigsburg, the last team to win here, on the 13th of December 2017. It's a big win, 20 points, 83 to 63. And it looks as though it could be another German team to get the better. PAOK here, although there is still time, still over 3 minutes to go. What can happen in 3 minutes in basketball? It's an 11-point difference now. Those 2 free throws made. Yannick Moreira adding another couple to his tally. Stavros Skizas has been brought on. Try and turn the fortunes of PAOK here, and that's intercepted. Christopoulos denied. Outstanding defense there from Bonn, and here comes James. Bonn feel they should have had the decision there. They feel there was a foul. It's still an 11-point game. Christopoulos. Oh, he makes it. Christopoulos with a huge 3, and one which might just get PAOK within touching distance here. Boy, did they need that. And Christopoulos made it count. That 3 makes it an 8-point lead for Bonn as a timeout is called. 2:34 left in the quarter.
Play aggressive trap. You have a players. The ball, for example, is here. When they fit this guy, immediately go for a trap. You protect the sideline and you go for a trap. Second player goes for rotate. Okay, and rotate. 4 players rotate aggressive. 4 players rotate aggressive. Guy.
Okay. If the former has the ball, let's make one more trap, like before.
And then be smart. We have time. Don't give it easy basket. Don't give it easy basket. Respect the rules. Okay.
We have time. We have a lot of time.
We heard 1 or 2 players saying there, we have time. They do have time. Not much of it, but they do have time. 8 points. There's a big gap, but it's not insurmountable. It's about Bonn keeping their heads. It's about PAOK taking their chances. Here's Jasinski for Bonn. They will try and use up as much time as possible. Subotic for three. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound is claimed by James, who draws the foul. Well, Rashad James has been absolutely vital to Bonn in this match. 18 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds for Rashad James. Outstanding game from him. Look at the difference in rebounding in this quarter compared to that of the second, where it was PAOK who dominated the boards. Different story now. Here's Bartolo, gets the pass out, and Subotic has it. Jasinski, the man out wide. And they've used up some time, Bonn, but they haven't added to the points tally. Maybe just trying to run down the clock rather than try and add to the total score. Well, that's a lovely pass and great finish as well. Put away by Skizas after great work by Athinaou. 6-point game. Rashad James has it. James running out of options, gets the pass to Bartolo, who'll put it away. And Bartolo re-establishes that 8-point lead, gives Bonn a little bit of breathing room. 12 points for him. 8 points the difference. Athinaou with the pass. And running out of time. Shot goes up, it's no good, but what a follow that is! Connie Harris. Outstanding. Draws the foul as well. That's just tremendous from Connie Harris. Jasinski's foul. Connie Harris can add the extra point here to make it a 5-point game. Connie Harris doesn't disappoint. This is Mayo. Running in circles and running into trouble. Connie Harris with the steal. Oh, what a great claim by Bartolo. Oh, rather chaotic and frantic at the moment as we enter the final minute of the game. Bonn leading by 5. PAOK trying to find a way back here. James for 3. Could this kill it? Maybe. Rashad James into the 20s. And Bonn maybe out of sight. 8 points the difference. They need threes and they need them fast. Foul is called. And with 42 seconds remaining, Rashad James may have just secured the win on the road for Bonn. Skizas drawing the foul. Both sides have been having a crack from behind the arc in this final quarter, but this is one that might make all the difference. 2 from 10 for Bonn in this fourth quarter, as far as 3-point attempts go. But that second one from James may just be the one that makes all the difference. Skizas has missed this first free throw here. Bonn can get hold of the ball after this and keep it for a significant amount of time. They might just have enough to get over the line here. It's only the third free throw that PAOK have missed in this game. High court press there, didn't come off, and this is Subotic, and they will run down the clock. Chrysakopoulos with the foul. 17 points may well prove to be too little. This has been a fiercely contested game. .99 on the board for Bonn. Points the difference, 26 seconds to go. Kaniaris makes no mistake from the foul line. 27 from 30. Free throws in this game for PAOK. You can't question their free throw shooting. But they find themselves still 7 points down. Will be 6 if this one goes, which it does. Mayo, crowded out, loose ball. Goss for three. Needed that one to go, really. Chrysakopoulos makes the two. Still a little bit of time here. That's a foul. I think PAOK are going to come up just a little short. May not be quite enough time here. Obviously vital that Bonn make these free throws just to keep their opponents at arm's length. Predrag Krunic will be urging his players just to stay calm in this game that has been frantic, entertaining. A little too heated at times. Had some difficult moments. Charles Jackson fouling out pretty early. James Webb disqualified. They have reached the 100-point mark. And there are less than 10 seconds to go. Hatcher will be allowed to go. He misses. The rebound is claimed. And that should be enough. PAOK concede defeat at home for the first time in 5 games in the Basketball Champions League. Telekom Baskets Bonn get the win on the road and get their first win of the season. 100 points to 95. The Germans are up and running. And what a game it was, packed with incident and intrigue. It's an excellent free-flowing basketball as well at times. Bonn just having the better of things overall. Rebounds, as you can see, absolutely even over the course of the game. The first quarter saw Bonn lead by 10. It was down to a 4-point lead by the halfway stage, but they increased it again in the third quarter. In the end, it's a 5-point victory for Bonn. Rashad James, definitely the star of the show. 21 points, 6 assists and 2 rebounds for him. Great performance from Bartolo as well, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Others made big contributions too. Another 18 points for Subotic, who had a big contribution last week as well. He's had a good start to the Basketball Champions League campaign. 20 points for Joshua Mayo. 3 rebounds and 6 assists thrown in as well. Those 4 players in particular making a huge contribution tonight. There were some good performances on the PAOK side as well. Chrysakopoulos with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and a good performance all round from him. 10 points for Hatcher, 12 for Skizas, and for Yannick Moreira, 11 for Phil Goss. The combined total proving to be just not quite enough for Ilias Papatheodorou's team. who slipped to a second straight defeat in the Basketball Champions League after losing to Venezia by 10 points last week. It's a 5-point defeat at home, having won their 4 previous home games in this competition. That will be a huge disappointment to the Greek side. But for Telekom Baskets Bonn, this is a morale-boosting victory. 2 games on the road at the start of their Basketball Champions League campaign, and to come away with 1 win and 1 defeat is a pretty decent return. If they can pick up some good home form over the next few weeks, they will be in contention in this group. This is a big step forward for them, and they certainly had some moments of brilliance. They had their moments of difficulty as well. I mentioned Charles Jackson picking up 5 fouls pretty early on. He played less than 10 minutes. He made a big impression when he was on the court, but didn't last the full 40 minutes of the game. And James Webb, who was disqualified after a moment of madness, what I can only assume was for a gesture to the PAOK fans in the stands. The referee immediately disqualifying him, which is absolutely right to do. And no complaints from anybody when that happened. And that could have derailed Telekom Baskets Bonn and their challenge for the victory here, but they held on to get the win that they so desperately wanted. A fine victory as well, 100 points on the board, a 5-point win on the road, and they are up and running in the Basketball Champions League. Victory for them in Thessaloniki tonight. They've beaten PAOK by 100 points to 95.